which is why there shouldn't be billionaires.
Agreed.
This movie's socialist.
This podcast is canon. Billionaires should not exist.
Well, the question is, what do we do with the billionaires?
Distribute it.
No, if you make 250 million, bro, you did so good. You won.
Yeah.
You won capitalism.
You won capitalism.
Bro, you did it. Like, you get a fucking plaque and everything.
Pizza
You
party.
get everything you ever wanted. And then after that, you're taxed at 100%.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Blockbuster, where three dudes talk about movies that we like and sometimes don't like. My name is Ben. I'm the host with the most this week. Welcome.
Hello, I am Mitch. I am also a host this week.
Hello, my name is Lucas, and I am, a host.
Yes. So there's this stupid thing we do, where we release episodes in groups of three, and we call them epochs or epics. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's EPOCH.
I think it is epoch.
Yeah, it's epoch.
But I sound pretentious.
Yeah, it's like when you say presentation instead of presentation.
Yeah.
It's like
we get it. You make more money.
And this epoch's theme is multiverse time fuckery.
Woo!
Which includes, but is not limited to, the multiverse and time fuckery. Anyway, we're starting this epoch off with my pick, as we always do. And for this epoch, I picked Coherence, which is a movie that came out in 2013 and was directed by James Ward Byrkit. Byrkit or I think it's Byrkit. I'm just going to say Byrkit. Couldn't find a pronunciation online. So to give you a brief summary of this movie, Emily attends a dinner party with a group of her friends who have unique mixtures of tensions and insecurities that become extremely clear as a once-in-a-lifetime encounter with a passing comet makes everything go a bit fucky. It's very much in the same vein of low-budget sci-fi mindfuckery movies that were inspired by the comprehensive success of Primer. It was made with a budget of $50,000 and netted about $100,000, and that's relevant. People forget this, but back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, there was like an influx of low-budget B sci-fi movies. People just trying to be Primer, and there were a lot of them, and they mostly sucked. All right, so now it's time to go over our subtitles. We always create subtitles for our movies, a little marquee.
Coherence. This rave had everything. Glow sticks, ketamine, and regrettably kissing your ex.
So just a little bit of ketamine only. Just a little bit.
And just a little bit of kissing your ex, too, to be fair.
Lots of glow sticks, though.
Coherence. Written and directed by the horniest statistician.
What?
Yeah, what?
Okay, well, I think I'm just a numbers nerd, and I got really into I calculated out some of the probabilities or how many universes it could branch into based off of certain things that happen. This movie's all about math, and it's just horny on math, and I'm horny for math.
Coherence. Primer, if it wasn't miles up its own ass. Have either of you seen Primer?
I have seen Primer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I see that neither of you reacted because you probably enjoyed Primer.
Yeah, I did enjoy Primer.
I'd like to make it clear that I also really enjoy Primer. I think it's fucking awesome. But it is up its own ass.
What's wrong with that, Ben?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Fucking homophobe.
I like it.
Oh, he likes it? Gay. I was actually surprised for this epoch. I thought you were going to choose Primer because in my, time of knowing you, you have been a Primer glazer.
Yeah, I do love Primer. It's awesome. It's, as Mitch would say, a triumph for what it did. And that'll actually segue us into our first impressions, which I'll just kind of go first since I'm already talking and I have the momentum. I love this movie. This is one of my cozy, comfy movies. I can watch it no matter what mood I'm in, no matter where I'm at. I can put it on and it's fine. It's short, it's sweet, it's easy, ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's so much fun. This is exactly the kind of movie I would make with my friends back in high school. Time fuckery plots are kind of conducive to low budget filmmaking. Because it's so simple, because the art of filmmaking itself is time fuckery. All of my feelings about this movie are completely validated because I found an interview with the director where he admits that basically the whole conception of the movie arose from just wanting to make it with as bare bones resources as possible. A low budget, the only set is his living room, made it with his friends. Even the film, like the style of directing and I mean, really everything that's the screenwriting, the directing, it's all bare bones and low budget and amateur, and I love it.
Yeah, I like this movie. I think it's a fun time. I do have a lot of problems with it, and a lot of it comes from the film's like quality, not based on the budget, but just like there are parts of it that are genuinely kind of shit, but I still enjoyed it overall. We'll get into it, obviously, but almost no one in this movie is likable, which can be kind of challenging at times. Like, they're all kind of dumb. They're all kind of assholes. And,
Don't talk about my girl Emily like that.
It's true, though. Yeah, Emily's kind of likable. She's the only one.
Yeah.
Well, and Hugh. Hugh was dope. We love Hugh. I love Hugh.
But yeah, that's my my first impression is I had a good time with it.
I'm not going to sit here and let you talk shit about Hugh. That's my boy.
Except he got cucked in the entire multiverse.
Yeah.
Hey, spoilers.
That's what. Hey, being cucked, that doesn't degrade your character, all right?
Yeah, fair enough.
The reality of life.
It was just like it was a low blow. I mean, it was not really, but
it's not his fault.
I like this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. It initially, you could see that it's low budget right away, and I was like, "What in the Paranormal Activity?" And I was like, "Let's see what happens." I am a huge fan of low budget films that do the most with what they got, because you really do not need a Marvel budget to make an amazing movie. Now, yes, money can help. And you can, be able to do things that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. But I think this movie really shows like what you can do with like a small budget. It was funny. There were a lot of like facial gestures that happened that I like gripped onto and loved. I had a really hard day before watching it, and like my brain kind of was broken already, and it like broke it even more, but in a good way. And I loved that. Yeah, super excited to get into it. I'm going to be full on honest. I have not like watched an explainer video of it. So I might throw out some theories that be like, at this point, I thought this, and it might be way off, and I might not have understood it at all. So just saying that. I want to say props to the hosts in each of these episodes during this epoch, because time fuckery is hard to plot or talk about. So props to you, Ben.
I will say two things to that. One, I've seen this movie a ridiculous amount of times, so I could probably recite it without notes and while drunk. And I do have my notes. I am drunk, but that's fine. I do have my notes. Two, I don't think Coherence is very difficult to understand. Like, it's time fuckery shit, I don't think is like primer levels of density.
Yeah, it's not like you need like a fucking cork board and a flow chart. It's not like Tenet or something.
I think you can go into it corkboarding and then realize that that's like not the point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it's interesting you say that, because the director says that in that interview that I was talking about earlier on thedissolve.com. James Ward Byrkit mentions that he didn't want the characters to explain what was going on and didn't really want to explain what was going on in general, because he wanted it to feel like an episode of The Twilight Zone where this kind of just happens, and the runtime of the episode is so short that you have no choice but to suspend your disbelief and accept whatever rules they give you. And I think it succeeds in that. Okay, let's get into it. Emily, the main character, drives to a party, a dinner party, in her car. That's how you drive. Usually, you drive a car while talking to her boyfriend Kevin on the phone. Before they have a chance to talk about the ominous elephant in the room that clearly exists between them, Em, quote unquote, loses Kevin's signal and the screen on her phone cracks, just shatters out of nowhere while she's holding it next to her head.
Yeah, it's wild. That screen, it just cracks.
It just cracks. She's like, what the fuck? And then we're introduced to the, I guess, unique style of editing in this movie. There's a very gimmicky editing choice on display. You see it first here. It's all over the movie, the whole thing. Scenes in this movie are edited together by cutting to black and then cutting back to the action. You still get like your standard cuts within a scene, but when you transition from one scene to another, it cuts to black and then it cuts back to the scene that you're entering. On paper, it sounds like some gimmicky bullshit that would get annoying really fast. In practice, it's some gimmicky bullshit that I don't think is very unobtrusive. I think it's cozy and iconic. The motivation behind it is really obvious. The movie is about continuity or the lack thereof, and when does the past version of yourself fade into the future version of yourself. They're setting up this theme through the editing of when you cut back to the action, are you the same person? Right? Discontinuity, coherence, decoherence. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm curious, Mitch. To be honest, as a pleb here, I didn't even notice that.
You didn't?
No, did you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of like almost as if every scene is like a little vignette, like a little snapshot, and then it like jumps in time, you know. Which it's very herky jerky at the beginning, and then as you get kind of accustomed to the pacing of the movie, it's less noticeable. It wasn't one of the things that bothered me about the film, but it was very noticeable.
I guess I didn't notice it in the sense that I was like, oh yeah, they cut to black in between scenes. I noticed it in the sense that when it first started, I was like, what in the Blair Witch? Like, what am I getting myself into? And I didn't know if I was going to be happy with this. Also, like that initial scene where she's driving, it's so fuzzy and blurry. I'm like, okay, no budget to show all the stuff outside. I see. But yeah, I guess I didn't notice that. And I appreciate you saying it because I want to notice those technical things more.
It's the cinematic equivalent of like dropping the curtains on the stage so you can rearrange the set during a play. Yeah. Em shows up to the party at Lee and Mike's house where they're chilling with their friend Beth. Mike looks like Mark Ruffalo, Beth looks like Judi Dench, and Lee is fucking awesome, though at one point in the movie she unironically is going to say the line, "What are we doing here?" longingly while trying to work through relationship problems with Mike. That does happen. You're just going to have to be okay with it.
I didn't fuck with Lee.
You didn't fuck with Lee?
No, but I fucked with Beth hard.
Oh, Beth's dope. I love Beth. She's ridiculous.
The worst.
I love Lee.
No, I mean, Lee is like wallpaper, honestly. Like, she's the least of the characters, she has the least going on. Like, she literally takes a nap for part of the movie. Like, yeah, she's what a snoozer of a character, honestly. But I think this isn't really, you know, like you said, Ben, it's not really about anyone. It's about this event, and they're all kind of just props for this event. Right. And they're archetypal and they're absurd. But Lee is the least archetype. Like, it as far as set dressing goes, you know.
Oh, wow. Mitch gives Lee the L.
Yeah, big L for Lee. Like, she's so important that she literally takes a nap for half the movie.
Well, in one timeline.
Sure.
One thing you might notice pretty quickly is how fucking ridiculous the dialogue is. It's not written. It's all improv. They have cues, but everything about this movie is amateur, including the directing, which basically consists of wing it and have fun. Em shows the group her phone that broke in her hand in the car. and says like, look what happened. I was talking on my phone in the car and it broke. Beth responds by saying, you dropped it. I've done that before. Like, how fucking stupid is that? And no one calls her out on how fucking stupid it is because they all have cues that they're trying to get to, so they just pretend like that's a normal thing to say.
Honestly, though, for the premise, it's perfect. Like, a lot of movies that are well scripted, like, it serves the plot, it serves the script, it serves the character development, but, like, when you're having a dinner party with your friends, it's not like people are like, and today I'm going to develop this part of my character. No, people are small talk, big talk. They make dumb comments. Sometimes you get ignored with your dumb comments. Sometimes you get called out. I don't know. I feel like the improv lends to the vibe of a dinner party.
Yeah, I agree. But it also creates some stupid lines that are hilarious.
For sure.
I don't think the stupid lines detract from the quality of the movie. I think it's a soap opera. It's ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. Miller's comet is mentioned. It's a comet. And apparently they said on the news that it can cause fucky things to happen, including, but not limited to, the shattering of your phone screen. Amir is coming to the party, and Amir is bringing Lori. Given the garnish of venom that they say Lori's name with, you get the impression that we do not like Lori, and Amir is a fuckhead for bringing her. Beth suggests that they cure the stress of Lori's imminent arrival by doing a little ketamine.
My God. Beth is like so unhinged. It's absolutely like, it's like the Reiki girl, like who has like options to use pharmaceuticals for some reason.
Yes. Yes. Two things here. My favorite line from Beth is she's explaining what is in her tincture. And she's like, elderflower and, reishi and this and that.
Jasmine.
And just a jasmine and a whisper of ketamine. Also, need to go back and correct myself. I guess it wasn't Lee that I didn't like. It was Lori. I guess I do not honestly remember Lee because she was probably...
You see what I'm saying? She basically doesn't matter.
Lori, I do not fuck with. Trifling hoe.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get to Lori. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Kevin and Hugh show up. Hugh is fucking dope. We love Hugh. He's daddy. Kevin kind of looks like a brick. Doesn't he?
He looks like what a marketing department wants you to be attracted to.
Yeah.
Wow, I want Daddy Hugh.
He's kind of like a Walmart Ewan McGregor.
Damn. Could not have said it better.
All the characters are Walmart versions of other actors. Like Mike's actor looks like Mark Ruffalo. Beth looks like Judi Dench. Kevin looks like Ewan McGregor. Yeah, Kevin is dude guy. He's dude guy 641.
Yeah.
And M loves him for some fucking reason. He is hot. It's not that hot though. He's like, I don't know.
And he's lukewarm on M because apparently she's indecisive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the next scene. Kevin and Em are talking. Em's trying to decide if she wants to commit to a big move to another country with Kevin or some bullshit. It doesn't matter. What matters is she's at a fork in the road.
That scene is great because I don't know about y'all, but like I have had times where I am having friends over or we are going over to friends' places and me and my partner are in the middle of or a discussion just happened and it's like I am somebody that's like, okay, let's resolve this ASAP Rocky style. And so when it can't be resolved, when you're in the middle of this discussion, it's like you can't fully be present. You want to be present. It kind of detracts from the party. And I feel like it just fills out M's mindset. And I love that starting off point for her.
Yeah, M is one thing that'll come up throughout this movie is it's a movie. It's a story. It takes the tensions that exist between characters already and uses the plot to draw them out and put them in the forefront. And that's sort of M's thing. We're going to get into some time fuckery, but it's all in service of M's story. And her story is that she's having some issues with her brick of a boyfriend.
I don't know. I don't kind of view the time fuckery as a vehicle for a story. I feel like the characters are vehicles for time fuckery. I don't know. I don't really feel that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the characters, what they're going through, this and that, it's so unimportant in the like grand scheme of this movie. It kind of detracts from what's like the interesting part, which is like, I don't know, the melodrama of it, at least for me, was a bit of a knock, not it was a bug, not a feature for me.
I think for most of the movie, I agree with you, but I think they utilize it well at the end.
I agree. I think like M was the main character that we went into this movie with, and I totally forgot. Like I noticed M. I like M, and I made sure my eyes were on her when it was her scene. But there's so many people's stories colliding, so much shit happens that it wasn't until the end that I was like, right. M is the main character, and right. This
Kind of.
the way that she's going into this movie has an effect on her decisions. So I get like kind of dropping the ball in the middle and then picking it back up at the end.
The movie isn't well written. It's not.
Yeah.
It's skeletal. It's functional. It's not lavish or anything. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's offensive. You're going to spend a lot of time, underdeveloped. They spend most of the time setting up for the punchline. It's short. It's punchy. If you're not into the time fuckery stuff, you're gonna be spending a lot of time just kind of melting into your couch, hating everyone in this movie because they all kind of suck. Speaking of people who suck, Amir and Lori show up. Lori is wearing a devilish red dress so that she's trouble when she walks in.
Yeah.
Things are awkward between her and everyone, but particular attention is spent on her and Kevin. They fucked. They probably fucked.
They were an item.
I didn't get that.
Isn't that pretty like explicit in the conversations?
Yeah, she says some shit about having to do downward dog after they fucked.
That did come up in...
It's a long day yesterday. I'm so sorry.
Like, it is so unimportant.
I didn't catch that there was something between them in the past until later when there's other scenes.
Hell yeah.
So that's on me. That's on me, y'all.
We get a cute little dinner scene where you can basically see the actors' cues floating in the fucking air in front of their faces. They're all discussing how none of them have any service on their phones, and they meander around this point for a moment before M literally just starts saying the word comet over and over again. To reenact it a little bit, they're like, why? I don't have any service. Why don't I have any? Do you have service? I don't have service. And then M goes, comet.
I like the premise of like, okay, we know that a comet is coming. Some weird shit's about to happen. Initially, I was like, oh, how interesting. It's referencing back to the dancing plague of 1518 when the comet passed by and all those people were like dancing and couldn't stop dancing and no one had an explanation for it. And like how interesting that celestial bodies have these pull on our, internal working systems. I looked it up. That dancing plague doesn't have nothing to do with a comet. Just FYI.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I think you just hallucinated that.
I genuinely think I watched a fucking Ancient Aliens episode. Y'all do not watch Ancient Aliens. That's some racist ass shit.
Lucas just had a Mandela moment.
Yeah. But I was the only one a part of it.
I mean, that is kind of the whole thing about it, right? In my original world, it's not the Berenstein Bears.
Okay. After this whole fiasco, we get another brilliantly shitty line from Amir to Lori. He tells her, quote, "We're going to tell all these stories, and I'm sorry. We do that when we get together." He's telling Lori that when he gets together with his friends, they tell stories. And he's sorry.
I mean, I do understand where he's coming from. If you ever hung out with people that like all know each other from work or something, and all they do is like talk about situations that they were in together or people you don't fucking know. I think that's reasonable. Although it's weird because everyone knows Lori. They're like, oh, Lori's coming. Goodness me. She would know what they're getting into because they're all fucking snakes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lori is the snakiest snake. Absolutely the snakiest. Mike's probably 2. He's probably second. Or Kevin. I don't know. Oh, no, actually M. M is probably number 2.
No.
Yeah.
M's just dealing with reality, y'all. I love M. Don't fuck with M.
We love M. I wrote, these characters are so fucking passive-aggressive and aggressive-aggressive to each other. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, at this point in the movie, I was like, why are they all so mean? Like, they're having a conversation, and like Mike just like, it's like, yeah, did you do like yoga or something? And then she's like, no, that wasn't me. And then like he continues to pretend like he didn't understand. Like he continues to reference her like yoga shit.
But yes, like they're all being mean to each other. It's like they have been friends for a long time that they started to like, you know, be mean to each other, but are still hanging on to the idea of their friendship, but they're like not good friends, but I don't know, whatever. But with that whole idea of the yoga, he was like, oh yeah, you do yoga, you run a yoga studio. And she's like, that's not me. And then the actor is like, I was a part of this show. And she was like, I don't remember seeing you in it. And I love that show. I was initially thinking, holy shit, are these like, is this a friend group? But each individual is from a different reality.
The Lucas theory isn't entirely wrong because while you might be literally wrong, I don't know. You're
spiritually, I'm vibing.
Right? No, metaphoric. Like you're understanding the theme of the movie, which there is a theme of this movie, which is like, who's the real you? Is it the version of you that exists in this reality with everyone else, or is it like the thoughts that people have of you, the memories people have of you, the way you make them feel?
Lori's having a Mandela effect moment of herself with fucking Mike as the main character in a show she loves.
What the fuck, Mandela? Amir, everybody's being so shitty. You have Mike being shitty to Lori, Lori being shitty to Mike, and then Lori asks fucking M to talk about her dance life because she's a professional dancer, and she's like, oh yeah, this other person got the part because I was sick or some shit. And Lori says, oh, so she has your life. Like she's living your life.
Yeah. Just like rubbing the salt,
which is also fucked up because it's also like she's her partner's ex too. It's just like especially just mean.
Yeah.
It's like right now in front of everyone. Amir tries to snap everyone out of the awkwardness by prompting Kevin to tell a story, any story, the craziest one that can come into his head. And Kevin's such a fucking moron that he apologizes to M and tells everyone a story involving him and Lori when they were dating.
Idiot.
The collective emotional intelligence of this characters is in the negatives. They're fucking idiots. Oh my God. Hugh's phone shatters in his pocket like M's in the car. He tells everyone that he needs to call his brother Brian. They ask him why, and he delivers my favorite stupid line of the whole movie. Quote, you know Brian, he hangs out with all those, theoretical physicists.
Okay, to me, reading that, I was like, the idea of theoretical physicists who are trying to understand quantum physics and the infinite possibilities that could be an insinuation of like he hangs out with a bunch of people who are depressed as fuck about the world because everything is meaningless, which is maybe me reading way too into it.
What?
Does that not make sense?
No, it makes no sense.
No.
Like at all.
Because like quantum physics is like every possibility happens.
That's affirming.
I completely agree. But I think some people who don't have a grip on life.
Like those theoretical physicists.
Okay, no, I'm just crazy.
Hugh's brother, who's always hanging out with those theoretical physicists, told Hugh that if anything weird was started happening tonight, he's supposed to give him a call. Bam! Fuck you! The power goes out. But it's cool because they bust out some glue glow sticks.
It's time to rave in the aftermath.
It's a great moment for the dialogue too, when the power goes out, because they don't need to edit footage with it, so they can just edit the dialogue, so they can choose the juiciest bits of dialogue and put them together. And a lot of people come up with some seriously funny lines. It's funny. And so they bust out a box of blue glow sticks so they can see things. They decide to go outside and admire the darkness, the unique darkness, now that the lights are off and they can actually see things. And they enjoy looking at the comet. They also notice that there's a house lit up down the street, the only one in the neighborhood that seems to have power. Hugh decides to go over to it and use their phone so he can call his brother, the one who's always hanging out with those theoretical physicists. Amir decides to go with him. Hugh and Amir come back after they go to the house. Hugh has blood coming out of his eyebrow, and Amir carries a metal box. Hugh is not cool with Amir taking the box. Everything is very dramatic.
The panic sets in for this situation very quickly.
It sets in before that, though, right?
Well, they freak the fuck out when the lights go out.
And Amir and Hugh, Daddy, go out to that other house that has their lights on. And as they're gone, Em is like, okay, we'll give them 5 to 10 minutes before we start freaking out. And then we hear banging on the door. And everyone's freaked out, and Em is discussing, like, should we go and try to find them? And everyone's like, no, fuck that, stay here, which I agree with Em. I would go out there. At this point in the night, you don't know anything, lights are out, I'm just going to go find my friends and be out in public, and I bet, like...
Your friends are in the house.
Daddy's outside. I want to be where Daddy is.
Yeah, I think everyone's, like, fear and panic is, like, a little much. It's like, guys, the power went out. Your friends went to go make a phone call like 2 blocks away. Like, have you never been drunk before, like with your friends? Like, they're going to be okay. Like, they got a buddy system in place. Like, it's going to be okay.
Now set this in 2025 and the lights go out. Terrified. What is happening? I think there are actual themes of, like, in this movie about phone addiction. Not specifically phone addiction, but the lack of being present.
Okay, I'm very interested to hear that, because I guess I could sort of see that. So yeah, Hugh and Amir come back. Hugh's got blood on his head coming out of his eyebrow, and Amir took a box from the other house, a metal box, and Hugh's not cool with that. Why the fuck did you take that? He gets so mad. He's like, what? You shouldn't have taken that. You shouldn't take the box. What's the box? They open the box. Inside, they find a ping pong paddle and an envelope with photographs of everyone in the house.
And the reason they can see this is because when the Amir and Daddy were gone, actor dude, Mike, gets the generator kicking on and lights are on.
Yes. Yeah, they get the lights back on. Yeah.
Also, when they open the box, it's like, and they see the pictures, I was like, ooh, headshots. They all look like headshots for, like, acting gigs.
Yeah, it's important to note that the photos that they find are, like, photos that they would have had, around the house, just of friends and shit. Except for Amir's. Amir says, hey, that photo was taken tonight. The sweater he's wearing in the photo is the one he bought for the dinner party tonight. And he took it in front of a wall in the house. So some time fuckery is going on. Hugh admits that when he went up to the house, he looked through the window and saw the dining room that they are all currently standing in. This causes distress. Hugh decides that he's going to go back and leave a note on their door. The note says, hey there, don't mean to freak you guys out. We just need to use your phone. As he writes this, someone walks up to the door of their house but wanders away as everybody freaks the fuck out. They open the door, failing to spot the man, but they do find a note taped to the door. Guess what it says?
The exact same thing.
Yeah, so some shit's going down, and we're in the thick of it. Mike, Kevin, Lori, and Em decide to go back to the house for some reason, and after much back and forth, we get another stupid line from Amir in response to Em asking, "So what? We're splitting up again?" He responds, "No, we're not splitting up. We're just going in two different groups."
Splitting up.
It's played like that. They clearly know it's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the dialogue, like all these characters are real dumb. Like this at this point, like I was like,
They are dumb.
man, if I saw that the moment I saw that like thing with all our pictures and Amir said, this would have had to been taken today, I would be like, all right, here's what's happening. We're all gonna stay inside and we're just gonna hang out where nothing else is gonna happen.
Yeah. Also in this scene, I think this isn't a line, but it's a stupid mannerism that I loved. Beth was like, she was in her escape room era. She was trying to like try out all possibilities, and she was like, why don't we line them up by the numbers and see what happens? And I think Lori or Lee are like no, that's dumb, or they say if the people are crazy, then it has no meaning. And Beth gives the most mean mug I've ever seen. She's like, huh? And I felt that so hard because it's like when you're in an escape room, you're just trying something and someone poo-poos on your idea and you're like, I'm just trying here.
Well, she brings up like numerology, which is like, Beth is bad shit.
But we love bad shit. Yeah.
Beth is so fun. I love Beth. She's also married to Hugh. That's important. Also, the numbers that Lucas is referring to, each photo of each person had a number scrawled on the back in red marker.
In specific handwriting, too.
That'll be important later as they cross the street, them being Mike, Kevin, Lori, and Em, who decided to leave for some reason. As they cross the street, we're given an excellent little visual shorthand for what's going on. Mike goes up to the house that's across the street that has the power on, and he's like, this is my house. This is my house. And then all the other characters who went with him are like, let's just go. They've accomplished nothing. They've done fucking nothing. And they're already like, hey, let's go. Let's go back to that. There was no fucking reason for them to be so fucking stupid. But anyway, they go to the house. They convince Mike they're going to leave. And as they leave, they run into another group. It's another group of 4 people. 4 people who look very similar to them because, as we established before, these characters are immediately identifiable by their silhouettes. And they're the same silhouettes. And they're all carrying glow sticks.
Dun, 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 dun.
They're red glow sticks. And the music ratchets up. Beat, everyone scatters. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. It's like, oh, shit. Oh, God, no. Oh, my God.
It's very good. And that's what I mean when I refer to like blue team. I'm referring to the characters that we originally entered this movie with. Yeah, I love that scene, just like seeing your own house in the dark and being on the outside. Like, that's terrifying. And people being like, yo, I get you think this is your house. I don't want anything to do with this. Let's get the hell out of here. I get that. I also love, right before they leave, the group of, 4 people leave. There's almost this breaking of the fourth wall with the dialogue where they say, I forget who says it. It's either Kevin or Mike, but they say, I'm tired of talking about it and writing about this. Let's just go do it. Which is great because I felt the same thing. I was like, okay, there's all this suspense, but I want to like get out of the house and explore around. And so I thought it was kind of fun that they kind of, I don't know, it was a self-aware sort of line of like, this is getting tiring. Let's do instead of talk.
This is one of my problems with like actual problems with the movie is that people, not what you said, but that as a point is like, it just gets so tiring to hear these dumbasses arguing their stupid ass points and like not propelling the story by doing it. And there's just a little too much of that.
Yeah.
Where maybe, writing a script might have helped, but I digress.
Damn, shots fired.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have been able to get the movie out in time. And then they would have had to have shot with a script. I was just saying there's trade-offs. There are trade-offs. Back at the house, Hugh and Kevin go get a book out of Hugh's car that Hugh's brother, who you'll remember is always hanging out with those theoretical physicists, gives them a clue to what's going on. Decoherence and Schrodinger's cat. The whole when you open the box, the wave function collapses thing. There's another theory that even when you open the box, multiple branches exist. For those of you that don't know, you probably know that everybody's a fucking armchair physicist now, but
I will say I'm a horny boy for math and physics and quantum physics. I am a layman in terms of all of these things. I do a lot of math in my work, but like not to that degree. But it's, I don't know, it's interesting and it's cool.
Mitch, get off your phone.
Audience, chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want y'all to know that Mitch is playing with the tech deck right now. Not his phone.
Oh my God. I never, ever would have guessed that.
I put it away. I was listening.
We're boring you so much that you're playing with your fucking tech
Fucking
deck.
wheelies and shit.
You like Lucas and I. What is our audience going to think? Everyone tries to speculate about quantum mechanics, and it's very funny. Wow,
Yeah,
that's so topical. We get another beautiful shitty line. Mike talking about wave functions collapsing says, "Well, if we're collapsing right now, I'm going to collapse on them. I'm not going to wait for them to collapse on us."
Yes, this is part of Mike's heel arc that like pops out of nowhere, where he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna fuck them up," and you're like, "Mike, no, dude, chill. It ain't that serious yet."
I love also it's like because we're also approaching this from a layman's perspective, but it's like these laymen's are trying to understand quantum physics, and so they're saying if we go there and try to kill them, as Mike says, that they can't come kill us because they have to do a different option. Which I'd love to have like a quantum physicist on the podcast to like explain how dumb this is and like that's not true. But or that's not how it works. But I love it because that's how we all kind of interact with quantum physics.
Mike says that if the other Mike is drinking, then that's a fucked up Mike that they should be scared of. So they have to act first.
Surprise, Mike's an alcoholic.
They do some quick back of the napkin logic and claim that since Mike didn't see Beth when he was at the other house, Beth must have not suggested that they get the book from the car like she did here. And if she didn't suggest that, then they're not having this conversation right now. So they decide to go get the book to keep them from having this conversation, to keep Mike from getting freaked out and get collapsed on. Hugh, in response to their idea to go get the book from the other house, says that it's a stupid fucking idea because it is, and he's right.
Hugh is the only reasonable adult in this house.
Him and M, yeah.
I mean,
well,
No,
actually,
I think
yeah,
she's
M
always
becomes
M does make some fatal mistakes
No.
later, but we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that. I don't think so.
M says what I've been thinking this whole time, which is that meeting a copy of yourself might be fun and fulfilling. But since this is genuinely an interesting idea and the creators can't come up with an argument against it and probably thought of it before they finished writing the script and probably thought of it on set while they were filming it, Lee enters the scene and everyone promptly forgets what M was talking about. Mike pulls Kevin aside and tells him his shitty plan, which is that he's going to go over to the house and leave a note blackmailing himself. It's stupid. It's really stupid. In the kitchen, Beth, Kevin, M, and Lee are trying to cool off and just chill out and relax. Beth holds up a plant and says, "Oh, this is cute. Where did you get it?" And Lee replies, "Galaxy, that thrift store." This is an identical conversation to one they had at the beginning of the movie, and it clearly freaks M out. I love this little sequence so much because I can feel how uneasy it makes M. It's like, oh.
I love it too. Because of what also is going to happen next, which is what I was waiting for.
Amir and Hugh reconnoiter in the living room. They silently reveal to each other their red glow sticks. They're in the wrong house. They decide to hit the bricks. While they're doing that, Mike fumbles back inside. He's clearly made a deeply stupid decision. He probably went through with his dumbass plan. He explains it to Kevin. Kevin says there's no way he could have done all that because he was only gone for like 5 minutes. Mike corrects him and says 45 minutes, then calls him crazy and fucks off to go get his drink. The situation is getting worse.
I like that the funny part is like the necessity that they have to show the audience that they're red team.
Yeah.
They like, open their pockets and they're like, "Oh fuck, bro, we're in the wrong house."
Yeah, they don't say anything to each other. They just pull their red glow sticks out and are like,
They're like they look at the package of red glow sticks. They're like, "Bro, it's not even been opened. We're cooked."
But also, what a fun thought of like you decided to go outside to go explore. You went back home, and then you had no idea that you're like, oh shit, this ain't the same reality I started in. Like, it looked exactly the same. I could not tell except for this one little small detail. Like, that's haunting. I love that.
Oh, that's interesting, because for me, this is my biggest gripe with the movie. It's just like a fun little thing I have with it's a cute little relationship I have with this movie, is the fact that, in my opinion, everyone's overreacting. Like, being in a different reality, if it's almost identical to your own reality, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. It's fine. Relax.
That's what M realizes in the end of the movie. We'll get to that. Also, yeah, you say that now, but when you're face to face with a Mitch who, I don't know, is obsessed with huffing paint, you're like, what the hell? Like, this ain't the Mitch I knew.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
No, I mean, no one is.
He wasn't like
drastically different. Where like, I think the whole point is to show like everything is like infinitely branching, and like they all seem to be neighbors. You know, it really in the end, like they're all in some sort of semblance of the same similar realities. I just have a red glow stick. My picture has a 4 on it instead of a 2. You know.
But those little differences branch off to make huge differences, as we'll see later.
This fits my point that everyone should have just fucking sat in the living room and chilled the fuck out.
Honestly,
and it would have probably been okay.
Yeah. Here we get to dumb Lucas theory that because there are groups of people that are the same people, I'm like, okay, this comet is passing by. These 8 people are the only people in the world that were affected by this comet and pulled out of their stable reality into this like plane of possibilities and probabilities, that it is every single one of their probabilities interacting in kind of an arena of a battle to the death until there are only 8 left that can survive the end of the comet.
What?
I know. I watched this late.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look at Lucas. What the fuck is going on with your
telling you,
theories,
this is me
bro?
watching movies. I take them way too far, and but like I have fun.
That is great. That is crazy.
Like some kind of
that sounds like the plot of another shitty.
Yes, and I'm admitting that I'm dumb. I'm admitting that these theories are crazy.
You're just creative.
You're not
dumb. You're very creative.
You hear that, Hollywood?
Amir and Hugh escape, taking the box and all the items with it, the photos, the ping pong paddle, and the book. Lee in the kitchen cleaning the intact glass that broke earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this part of the movie is full of gimmicky details like that. It's great. So Kevin goes off to use the bathroom or get some air or some shit, and it doesn't matter. And all that matters is that he's alone. And when he's alone, Lori corners Kevin and comes on strong.
Way too
like
strong.
She's down bad.
Way too strong.
Like cat piss. She ends up kissing him and he peels himself away. Like he doesn't push her away, you know, he gives it a second.
He relishes in it.
She also is like, I don't really get why you're with this M girl. You too. Like she's like, we were pretty good together.
And as someone who didn't catch that they were together as an item before, I was like, what the hell is this? This is so out of left field. I was like, Lori is horrible.
As someone who wasn't paying attention when I watched this movie, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
I would love to, if I die and I have the universal perspective, I want to watch this movie as Lucas. I need to know. Beth witnesses all of this happen from down the hall.
It doesn't say shit.
No, honestly, this is why I like Beth. Beth was like, I'm not going to confront them. I'm going to tell the person who truly deserves this information, which is M. She keeps her cards close, and then she reveals them to who it matters to. And that's why Beth can do all the K she wants.
But she doesn't really reveal what happens.
No, she does. She does. It's implied that she does, right? Because she tells M, and then M confronts Kevin in the kitchen.
Which, yeah, that's like the immediate next scene. And if you didn't like Kevin before, you really aren't going to like Kevin now.
Very true.
Yeah. You're not going to like this Kevin. He sucks. Beth witnesses it, sits down, has some girl on girl.
I don't think that's what you call it.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Subconscious Ben really got into that.
Freudian slip. In the kitchen, Mike is slamming back glasses of wine on the ground, and Lee sits down next to him. She asks him if she should get the bath going. He says, for you or for me? And she says, either. They both giggle, and then we have the incredibly stupid line, what are we doing here? And she pauses before she says here, like she knows it's so corny, but she already started saying it. It's so fucking stupid. She actually said that, and they actually didn't have another take. I'm floored. I shouldn't be floored. That's exactly what you get when you make a movie with $50,000. But god damn, bro.
Lucas dumb theory number 6. I promise we're at the end of the theories.
They get more unhinged as the number gets higher.
Lucas was also on ketamine while he watched this movie.
No. I just hadn't slept that long, and I was overworked. I was on capitalism. That's what I was on.
And capitalism is a hell of a drug, too. It will fuck you up.
It's a hell of a drug. No, so in this scene, when the power goes out for the second time, I was like, holy shit, maybe they're in a time loop with themselves where the first power outage, are interacting with the people who deal with who have already gone through this and are at the second power outage. That this power outage was the start of them going to the other house and doing the things that like they saw. So putting the note on the door, not being in the house when Hugh Daddy looks into the window. I know.
Like, I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, I do, Lucas, and I see where you're coming from with that. I think the main thing is just that it is apparent from early on that the different like forks in the universe aren't also lined up temporally as well, which is kind of clear.
Oh, look at Mitch doing physics.
No, I 100% agree with you. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I see how you could come to that place is what I'm saying.
Thank you,
I see where how you got there. I didn't go there, but I understand because it is interesting. Because like for example, the box, they get the box immediately, and that's coming up. But we'll get there. But their box doesn't pop up until basically the end of the movie.
I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm just trying to give you an introspection into my mind. It's a wild time, but also it's fun. People whisper at work. I'm like, they're having an affair. I know. It's all good.
Bro, what? The Lucas theories are turning our podcast episode into a mind fuck episode.
Yeah.
Okay. The sound of glass shattering echoes from outside. They all go to investigate. Someone has smashed the window of Hugh's truck. M goes over to her car to check and make sure the window's not broken. While she's there, she grabs a ring from her glove box. She meets back up with Kevin and says, I was just getting this ring that you bought me at the fair. I guess they unironically went to the fair together. I guess people just be going to the fair, you know?
The fair is a fun time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, what the fuck, Luke? What the fuck, Ben? Like,
hey, leave me the fuck out of this, Mitch.
Ben just hates joy.
I know this is cynical, I get it, but I love this movie, so I allow myself to be like this. I think it's hilarious that they the fair. Oh, you got me a ring at the fair. Oh, it's so fucking like saccharin. God damn it.
Get me a glizzy, get me some kettle corn, put me on some games or a Ferris wheel. I'm the happiest bitch you've ever seen. Don't even.
All right, I guess it's the official opinion of this podcast that we love the fair.
Could have been the Ren Fair, you know?
Damn straight.
Everyone loves a Ren Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Kevin and Em have a sweet little moment together, and for once, Kevin isn't a dismissive douchebag. He gives her a hug, and she asks, "Is everything okay with Hugh's car?" He asks, "What do you mean?" And she says, "You just checked on his car. Did they take anything?" That's when she realizes that this is not the Kevin she just walked outside with. Since she's holding a flashlight, he's lit from the bottom, which makes him look super freaky. They back away from each other slowly. I love this scene.
Yeah, I love it.
Like I throughout the whole movie, there's very few moments where I'm given a convincing argument as to why it's freaky that they're encountering themselves or slipping into alternate realities where they aren't. You know, because like, oh well, it's the same, it's fine. But in this is the best argument for it. If I was talking to my girlfriend and I was like, "So what happened with this thing?" She's like, "What thing? What are you talking about?" It's like, oh,
Your other you.
That's the thing. I feel like people think highly of themselves and they're like, oh yeah, if I interact with an alternate of my bestie, I would recognize that. I would clock that within, a second. But in reality, the differences that cause these universes to separate are so minute that you would not notice it. And I think that's the freaky shit is like, you're interacting with somebody, you feel safe, completely like comforted, like you're in the know. And then one little detail happens and you're like, oh God, where the fuck am I? Who the fuck is this?
I don't know. Because that's the thing, right? That's like the essence of horror is that it makes you feel unsafe, right? It takes your standards for feeling safe and comfortable and then violates them in some way. You know that fucking saying by Stephen King where he says he defines the three types of horror where it's like disgusting, and then there's the other one that doesn't really matter, and then there's the one that he describes as you wake up and find that everything in your house has been replaced by an exact copy of the thing.
Yeah.
To me, that's not scary. That's not scary. It's like, oh, cool. Okay. Well, I wouldn't know, I wouldn't know. And even if I did know, like, what does it change? It doesn't matter. It's inconsequential.
I think I'm mostly there too. Yeah, I think if in lieu of being able to just sit in your living room and hang and be like, if the multiverse comes a knocking and you have to deal with it, you just gotta be like, so the drunk Mike shows up at your door. You're like, hey, bro, so we have a Mike and he's very similar to you. I think you should try to go home, get some sleep. It's gonna be okay, bud. Approach everything from a level head. But if you find yourself in a familiar house and you realize that this is not your home universe, you go, you know what? Rolling the roulette wheel again probably isn't a better idea. So I should just hang out here. Like, we all ended up at this dinner party, right? Like,
I feel like if I was with a bunch of reasonable people, like, I wouldn't care running into the alternates of them. But if I'm with a Mike who's like, yeah, let's fucking kill those people, that's when I'm terrified. I don't know which Mike's coming at me.
Lock yourself in the bathroom and be like, no mics allowed.
Yeah, no mics allowed.
No mics allowed.
I will say that this scene also is incredible with the scene that immediately follows it.
Would you guys be scared of the alternate version of me? I'm pretty reasonable, right? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't kill you.
Okay, now that you say that,
you.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna kill you unless I have to.
See, there we go. And there we go.
The question is, earlier in the night, did you take the ketamine thing? Like, that's my real question.
That's the real question, girl.
Bro, I've been on ketamine. If I did ketamine, I wouldn't be able to kill myself, let alone anyone else. All right. So after this horrifying encounter with alternate Kevin, who's actually preferable to our Kevin,
Yes.
Em goes back to the house and shows her version of Kevin the ring that she got. And he doesn't recognize it because he's a prick.
Okay, that's the scene that I'm talking about. In that instance, I'm like, fuck this reality, Kevin. He don't deserve you. Get a Kevin that treats you right. Get a Kevin that recognizes those sentimental moments.
Yeah, you can fucking break up with him after the comet passes. Whatever.
So as last we left them, the characters were back at the house, and her version of Kevin was being a little shit, as he normally is. Blue, Glowstick, Amir, and Hugh return. After some deliberation, they begin to realize that this isn't just two houses. There's potentially an infinite amount of them. Even during all this multiverse time fuckery, they still find the time to have some red-hot, passive-aggressive love triangle drama. They just... which I will explain now. They decide to fill a metal box with pictures of themselves so they can identify it if they're in the right house. If they leave and come back, then they just check the box and look at their photograph.
Look at this photograph. Sorry.
Look at this graph.
But the only photos they have of Em and Kevin are photos of them together. They don't have any separate photos of them. Em says she's not too excited to cut any of these photos in half so that they can have individual ones of them. But Lori says, I know it's weird, but I actually have a photo of Mike with me and him in my wallet, and I've just never thrown it away.
Girl. And it's like a sultry picture of him. Girl.
Yeah, he's got his cock out
It's
and
just
everything.
a dick pic. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
She had it printed and she just keeps it in her wallet.
Laminated.
It just says Mike's dick on it in Sharpie. Oh, but damn, I just did it too. Kevin's dick.
Kevin's dick! Yeah! 3 for 3,
Says
baby!
you said Mike.
Okay. Here,
I love how one of my points was that the characters are immediately differentiating.
but two of them aren't.
I mean, white men do all. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
They do come out of
White
a
douchey
factory, basically.
So Em snips her photo of her and Kevin in half in response to Lori being skank. Is that sexist for a man to say that about a woman?
I mean, you could say being
Yes, but no.
trashy person, like that's pretty trashy no matter how you look at it. But you made it gendered, so
Right.
that
Are you seriously
No,
doing
I was
tech
dry.
deck right now?
I was doodling. Well, you guys,
Take all your other activities and throw them on the other side of the room. This is more important, Mitch. One night a week. Give me one night a week.
you're not my divorced dad. You know, there's no court order telling me when you get me.
Bitch. I worked from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. yesterday and woke up multiple times
Bro,
last night.
there's
to
a difference. There's a difference.
I
I'm
went into
listening.
work early.
I'm listening.
I came home.
I'm listening.
So, now that they've snipped apart the photo of Kevin and Em, and they all have individual photos, and they've marked them all on the back, and they've chosen their random item that they can put in the box that they can immediately identify and know that they're at the right house, they have a uniquely identifiable box, and it makes everyone feel a lot better. But as Em compares the randomly generated string of numbers from the old box to this one, she realizes that the only people who are originally from the house they're in currently are Beth and Lee, because they've never left. Everyone else is from a different house. Someone slips a note under their door. It's the blackmail note Mike was going to leave for himself.
Which, like, amazing plot point.
He fucking shot himself in the foot so bad, dude. Like, it's like the meme of the
Just don't
guy
think
like
those
riding
thoughts.
his bike and sticking a stick in the wheel and then landing, like eating shit. And be like,
Yes.
why did you do this to me?
It is extremely vague because Mike wrote it while he was drunk and stupid. But after pressing for more information, it's revealed to Hugh that Mike slept with his wife,
And everyone knew.
Beth. And everyone knew except Hugh. And this was the information Mike was going to use to blackmail himself to keep everyone else from getting the book.
For real though, like what a gut punch that your whole friend group knew this thing for not only years but like most likely decades, and didn't say anything. That's a hard pill to swallow.
It's also crazy because like Beth would never sleep with Mike.
In the past, she would.
No one would sleep with Mike. Mike's gross. I would fuck just about anything, and I would not fuck Mike.
Agreed.
Understandably, Mitch is shaking his head. Understandably, Hugh is pissed, and he was the biggest out of all of them, so it's actually intimidating when he gets angry because he's daddy.
Yeah.
It's here we get a mucho great line that kind of encapsulates the theme of the movie real nicely. Mike tries to explain to him that they're not the same people they knew, that they're all from different realities. Hugh says, yeah, we're in different realities because the reality where I'm from, my best friend didn't sleep with my wife. And Mike, chef's kiss, responds, Hugh, this all started tonight. And if there are a million different realities, I have slept with your wife in every one of them.
Okay, like, love the fact that Mike is like trying to be like, hey Hugh, we're visitors at this house. This is not our original house. But then just slides in that like, oh yeah, now you're getting it that everything's a multiverse. But also in every reality, I fucked your wife. Like, damn. Mike is a shit human.
Yeah, Mike's bad.
Hashtag
he sucks.
Everybody.
But the line's brilliant.
This movie is bad.
Yeah,
Minus M.
They're all bad people. But Mike, like the line's brilliant, not only because it's the most boneheaded thing you could say, so it's fun to watch somebody else say it, but also because it carries a lot of subtext about who people really are. Like in a way, the real physical, honest to God person in front of you isn't as real to you as the person you know them to be, which is what that line kind of means. Like in every reality, Mike did sleep with his wife, but in certain realities, he doesn't know that he did. And that matters. That's a difference. It does matter. And that's kind of the point. I genuinely think that's kind of a cool idea. Hugh fails to appreciate the metaphor and punches him in his head.
Hell yeah, daddy.
Mike, recovering on the ground, is in pain. Everyone leaves the room to go get him like ice or some shit. Doesn't matter. Evil Mike, other Mike, red glow stick Mike, sneaks into the house and straight up fucking murks regular Mike.
This is the Mike that's been drinking and is like, yo, you know what? If we kill them, they can't kill
like
us.
4 hours ago. Like 4 hours ago. Like he's on a different timeline and just was ready to go.
Honestly, I'm so happy we got to see that. Because that's fucking insane.
It's crazy. Yes, he breaks in and he starts strangling regular Mike, and then he punches him in the head a couple of times, and everyone comes back in. They're like, and he runs away. Oh my god, it's great.
It's like, yeah, okay, there's a multiverse happening. I know what the answer is. Let's kill everyone, and then just rolls with it. Like, that's insane. But I love to see it.
As regular Mike lies unconscious on the floor and everyone freaks the fuck out, M realizes that to be stuck with the decisions you've made, first you must make them, and decides to confront that fork in the road again. She heads outside to go house hunting.
Hell yeah.
And now we're gifted a really cool little sequence. I love this shit. There's really good music playing on in the background, liminal music. I'd describe it as liminal. As M wanders up to the multiverse of houses, one after another, peeking through the windows to see what the vibes are. Some are about the same as where she came from. Some are kind of nice. And in some, the characters have several or more of each other tied to chairs and are gagged as they're interrogated.
One of them that is happening is there's 2 mics tied up in one room.
Which honestly, smartest universe. Tie up the mics.
Yeah, genuinely, like that image, right? It's a powerful image. It's genuinely really smart. It's like, oh, because not only is it bad, but it got worse than it was where M just came from.
Though, is like, you know, if it's tolerable. I mean, granted, I understand what was going on in that house was pretty intolerable, but you know, I would just be like, all right, guys. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go to bed. Like I've had a little too much.
Wait, so you're telling me you would stay in the reality where where other Mike comes in and strangles the fuck
I mean,
out of
but you
regular
don't
Mike.
like Mike.
You would
Like,
say
you're kind
that
of okay with
Your
it,
Kevin,
right?
but that
I've-
your partner Kevin is cheating on you, or it's implied that he's cheating on you, or at least is not faithful.
But you know
or
it could get
is
worse. Like,
poss-
you think you're going out there to find the better one.
but it could get better.
Yeah,
could
but
get
you can
better,
also spend
though.
all night
It could get better.
like looking for a good house, or you
Well,
could just go to bed.
Here's the thing for our listeners. If we had to encapsulate Mitch as a person, the best way I could describe him is he's like Rust Cole from True Detective. He's vehemently pessimistic.
Honestly, Mitch, in this situation, the first blackout that happened, once the generator came back on, you would have been like, all right, y'all, some weird shit's happening. I'm going to bed. I'll see y'all
Yeah,
in the morning.
that's true.
You'd be like, leave!
I would have been
You go take a
irrelevant in
nap!
this
Yeah.
story. I would have woken up and been like,
Yeah.
what happened last night? Why is everyone so freaked out?
Yeah, you wake up to
But then other Mitch
you wake
would have
up
come
as
back.
one Mike.
The other Mitch that decided not to go to bed would have come to your house and stolen your woman.
I'm telling you, in the 15 million universes, there's not one universe where Mitch did not go to bed. I'm telling you right now.
Mitch is predictable, and that's why we love him.
Finally, like Goldilocks, M finds a house that's just right, untouched by all this time fuckery nonsense. Everyone in the house is having a good time. They don't seem to know what's going on. The lights are on. They're enjoying dinner. It's great. You know, we shift to their perspective. They all hear a window of one of their cars shatter, and they go out to investigate. The other M from this universe goes to her car to make sure her window's not broken. And when she gets there, she opens the glove box and gets the ring that we saw from before that Kev bought her at the fair. As she does this, our M fucking chloroforms her ass with some
Ketamine.
chloroform.
No, it was
that
the
she just
ketamine.
had on hand.
No. Yeah, to be clear,
Oh!
one, M looks into this group dynamic and sees that M and Kevin are cuddly, cute. Things look good in terms of the relationship. 2, she sneaks in, takes the ketamine, and she's like, time to get everyone fucked up.
Bro, I've seen this movie so many times and I never noticed she took the ketamine.
It's beautiful.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah. So she ketamines other M.
So M initially, yes, she leaves her in the car. She chloroforms her and leaves her in the car. She then goes and pretends to be the other M, checking everything out and being like, "Oh, is everyone's car all right?" and everything. She then is like walking around and she sees fucking M drugged out, crawling to the bathroom where she ices her with the sink thing.
With the fucking top of the toilet. Well, tries to murder her again. She just bashes her in the head and then hides her body in the tub. She then goes back outside and collapses on the floor, exhausted from all the murdering. She wakes up the next day on Lee's couch. It's a sunny day. There's refreshing music, and it's one of the comfiest awakening scenes I've ever encountered. It's so cozy. Oh my God. You'd be forgiven just based on the vibes for thinking that they're going to pull the whole, it was all just a dream thing. She goes over to the bathroom where the other M's body's supposed to be and sees Beth walk out, freshly showered. She's not immediately suspicious of M, so we can assume she didn't shower next to M's lifeless body.
Dun, 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 dun.
M goes outside and finds the windshield of the car she smashed last night is indeed still smashed. Kevin meets up with her and tries to comfort her. He hands her the ring she's already wearing, unaware she's already wearing it, and then gets a call on his cell phone. "That's weird," he says. "That's you calling me." He answers. Beat. He looks at M, shocked. Final shot of M looking ashamed of her actions before we cut to black. Coherence. That was the movie. What did you guys think? What's your final thoughts and takeaways?
It was a good time. It's kind of shit, but it's a good time.
That's it?
That's it.
Its quality is low, but its premise is strong.
I disagree. I would say the opposite. I say the quality's good, the premise is bad.
My concluding thoughts. What a fun movie. I had such a fun time watching it. I was trying to dissect it, and for the longest time I was like, ooh, I'm going to dissect this. I'm going to get it. And then like eventually realized that's not the point. Have fun, y'all. And it was a good time. It was low budget. It showed what people with a dream can do regardless of their financial backing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes these time fuckery multiverse movies are pinned so hard in tying the strings together, doing the cork board, making sure that everything ties back to each other. And I think this one kind of focused on the idea that, like, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities out there. The world, the universe is bigger than we think. There's multiple universes. Take advantage of the universe you're in now. Be present. That is kind of what I was thinking when I talked initially about, like, the phone addiction or not being present. It's like this movie is breaking your phone and saying, hey, focus in the now. Be with the people around you. Regardless of if that's what it was actually trying to do, I enjoyed that a lot. So yeah, I love this movie. Thank you, Ben.
Yes, I love this movie so much. It's very personal to me because it's my cozy movie. I can watch it. I've said it before. No matter what mood I'm in, no matter where I'm at, I could always put it on and I know I'll have a good time. Like Lucas said, it's a fun movie. It's so much fun. It looks like it was a lot of fun to make. It probably was a lot of fun to make, and it's a fuck ton of fun to watch. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it doesn't try to be anything other than ridiculous. It knows what it knows what it is. It's very self-aware, and it's surprisingly well engineered for a movie with so few moving parts. Yeah, I love it. I fucking love Coherence. I love it so much. All right, ratings out of 10, boys. What out of 10? What did you think?
I'll go first. I will say I don't think I can give something that I've only watched once a 10, because to me personally, I know we've talked about this before. Things can be a 10, I agree. But for me, a 10 has to have this aspect of lasting, continuing joy. And I've only seen it once.
Okay.
For me, it's a 9. It can be a 10. Maybe in a year, I'll let y'all know if it becomes a 10 or it stays a 9 or it decreases. But for me, this is a 9. I had so much fucking fun with this. Like, this is what, like, movies outside of a big production studio can do. Like, this is what you can do with your own creativity. You can do something so crazy and mindfuckery without goddamn green screens. Not that green screens in general suck, just fuck you, Marvel, you know what I'm saying?
It's a fun flick. I cannot go any higher than a 6 for this for me. I think it's kind of just it's a fun time. That's all I can really say about it. I think it does have some genuinely bad elements that I can't overlook. It doesn't hurt that do hurt my overall enjoyment of the film. Yeah, I think I would also not enjoy it nearly as much on rewatch.
I feel similar to Mitch in that I can't give this movie anything more than a 7. For me, Coherence is like the most 7 out of 10 movie that exists. It's good to the point that it's noteworthy, you know, and that's a 7 for me. It's a thing that's good, that's enough to note, you know? So yeah, I give Coherence a 7. I love it so much. I love this movie so goddamn much. But if I'm assessing its quality, if I'm giving it a rating, I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah.
So we have a segment on this, I guess you could call it a podcast, where we scour the high seas or the internet, whatever, for the most unhinged, crazy, lukewarm's not the right word. red hot film reviews that we can find. Any source, wherever it is, if it's crazy, will find it. And to give you an example of what I'm talking about,
I'm starting us
Mitch
off.
will
Okay.
lead us off.
Oh.
Yeah.
This comes from Letterboxd user Bad Ending, who gave it 4 stars out of 5. I would have went house to house asking if there was a universe where I won the lotto and my dick big.
Hell yeah. Priorities, y'all. Priorities.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the differences between universes are probabilistic, and the size of your cock is deterministic.
Take that, statisticians. Get back to us later. Mine comes from Letterboxd, from user Big J parentheses Jeffrey.
Oh,
Half a star is what they rated it out of 5 stars.
oh, fuck you.
Try to hold the camera still challenge. Invest in a fucking tripod.
Oh, my.
There's a reason why people write scripts. Filming a scene out of focus in a professional movie should be like serving raw chicken at a restaurant. You should be executed for it. Do not watch.
Whoa.
Wow. So you should be executed for not filming shit out of focus. So Terrence Malick, kill yourself.
Big J has some strong feelings.
Big J is stupid and wrong.
Big J, I was mostly agreeing with him until the part where he said get executed. Not the like half a star part, but you know, like I was like, yeah, it doesn't all have to be, you know.
That's
The critiques line up.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. All right. My review is from Naz86 from IMDb. They gave it 1 star. And they wrote 3 lines. They wrote, "Don't waste your time. Stupid sci-fi BS with a ridiculous story. Herp derp. Alternate dimension, so there's no logic to anything. Durr."
I mean, I get where they're coming from, but no, girl.
I don't. Naz86, you have bad opinions on movies. Go to school.
Damn.
Anyway, thank you. Thanks for joining us on this psychopathic episode of Blockbuster. Next week, we will be watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, recommended by the most beautiful host out of all 3 of us, Lucas.
I appreciate that introduction.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I am super excited to show you guys or discuss Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is, to me, a film that I have watched like 9 times over. I have a special connection to it. We'll get into it. But I hope you guys have fun, regardless of if you like it.
Is it pretty popular in the gay community?
I don't know in general, but there are queer themes within it that I connected with a lot because it's like a queer experience within being a first-generation American having an immigrant parent. And I'm like, that literally hits home for me, and it hits a lot of shit that I experienced growing up. And like, I kid you not, I've watched it 9 times, and each time I have cried. And this time that I watch it for this podcast, I will most likely cry again. It is amazing to me. But I want your honest opinion, so don't sugar it up for me. Be honest. Be you.
Well, I have a coworker who's also gay who fucking adores this movie. And they're also a first generation
I think what
American,
we're learning
so.
is gays have taste. This is something that I think everyone knows.
Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you.
The gays known for their taste.
I'm wearing a Keith Haring shirt.
Hell yeah.
It's
Come on, Keith Haring.
hell yeah.
Did so much for the AIDS crisis. Look up Keith Haring if you don't know him.
Keith Haring's fucking awesome, and his art's amazing. Anyway, thank you for listening, dear listeners. We will see you next week when we talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once. We love you.
Love you.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Night.